Here's lunchtime lessons, and what I didn't notice last time was how the video dropped, so I'm going to try to go over the little bits that I was talking about yesterday. Just a ballpoint pen, have the other one from yesterday here, and today hopefully the video will be alright because I've switched the camera around, so it might work. Alright, let's try this again. Ooh. There you go, that's probably upside down. So hopefully this works. Here we have the things I was talking about yesterday. We have the circle, and we have the shading with the darker lines. Ballpoint pens can do that. Here is that little project that I was doing before, where you're taking shapes, however you want to take them, and giving them the dark shadow and the highlights. So over here, we'll go over how that was done. So make a shape, add a few next to it, and what we have in here is those areas that are going to become our dark shadows. And then in between those, we'll have dark lines that sort of go around the exterior of the shape, and that's going to give it that depth and pull the outside edges of the drawing back into space. So here we have the first shape that we're going to work on. This center area is going to be in sort of stay the white of the paper, and we're going to work around the outside. One thing to keep in mind when working with ballpoint pen is that your stroke direction really matters, and what that will do and add to your piece is give that flow, and it drives the eye in a certain direction. It also makes it so that the piece or the little thing you're working on feels a little bit more cohesive. If everything is just going every which direction, then it doesn't feel like it's one thing. It sort of feels like a scattered drawing or a scattered piece. So if you're going for something that's not smooth, that's sort of what's implied by these guys right here, then you can go for less consistent line direction. If you're drawing like a rock or something that you wanted to make look rough, hair, fur, something like that, then you give those different directions, and that starts to pull those pieces, or like brings the eye around in that way. But with this project and sort of like this task, so what you want to be doing is working from the outside in, and on all sides as well. So as I'm going through and working around, I'm working with different line shapes, or I should say line lengths, and working on the pressure as well. So one thing that you can do is layer the ink just a lot to get it to be darker. So if I want to make this area a little bit darker at the bottom, I'll just keep going over it and over and over it with the same pressure, which is relatively light. So this is the line that I'm making, so it's not a lot, but if I keep going back over it, you'll see that it starts to get darker and darker and darker. And this is what you want to be doing with this project. Another little thing you can do is exactly what I was doing here. Pick a direction and go one way. I'm going from top to bottom, and then go in the other way from bottom to top, and just lace those over top of each other, making it so that each line is in the relatively same place, and it starts to get darker and builds up there. So these guys in here are getting there. It's a little bit hard with the camera here and not having the access to keep the page pushed down. One of the other things that happens a lot with ballpoint pen is if the page itself starts to lift as you are lifting your pen off of it, you don't get the same pressure that you're looking for, or the same fade on end of the pencil, because as you're lifting your pen, the paper is also lifting with it. So that's one thing you want to keep in mind. But anyway, that's the project that I was talking about. Hope you guys like it. Hope this worked a little bit better, and hope I'm not covering up the mic or something like that. But anyway, catch you guys in the next lunchtime lessons. See you then. Bye.